I've helped so many people find success in franchising, but you want to know the truth? Not everyone hits a home run. Here's why some people lose money in a franchise. Before I really answer the question of why franchises fail, I want to remind the viewer that as a franchise consultant, I work with a select group of franchisors. These are the best of the best companies out there today. So my experience in franchising is not with franchisors that don't actually care about your success, but trust me, there are companies out there that don't care about your success, and their success rates will demonstrate that. So the answer that I want to give to you, my followers, is in the context of the world that I play in the world that I know, and in the world that if you come to me as a candidate wanting to explore franchising, the world that I will be introducing you to. This is a world where franchisors do care about your success, where they're properly capitalized so the franchisor is not going bankrupt. So if we come to the question again of why do franchises fail? If it's so proven, Kim, and franchisors are so great, then why do franchisees fail? In fact, what you're actually asking me is, how do I not fail, right? I know, everybody wants to know. And wouldn't it be amazing if we had a crystal ball and we could know before you even said yes if this was the right thing for you? But I think that I do have a crystal ball because I can't guarantee you success, but I can tell you what to do and what to focus on that will lead to your success. But before we do that, let's talk about some of the reasons that people want to blame their failure on. Their territory. Maybe they felt like it wasn't viable. There wasn't enough qualified households, or maybe there was too much competition. Their location. Same thing. The location wasn't good. The franchisor didn't help me find the best location. Maybe they want to blame the economy at the time. Maybe they want to blame the pandemic. Let's bring that into the conversation. There were a lot of franchise businesses that really struggled in the pandemic. The franchisor partners that I work with adapted and overcame. I sat back in amazement in 2020 and watched how even some of the brands that you would think must have been the hardest hit, like fitness, I sat back and watched as they thrived in 2020. I mean, these are real things that impact business results. But what I want to say to you in this video is these things do not have to create a failure in your business. We can sit and we can focus on all the reasons people want to blame their failure on, but I'm infinitely more interested in telling you how to be successful, because ultimately that's really the question that you're asking me. Let's answer that question now. The first thing that I want you to do is to work with me so that I can lead you to the best of the best franchisors out there. The franchises that are led by incredibly powerful leadership that has a demonstrated track record of success in their industry and in franchising. Franchises that are backed by money, because it takes money to build a business, even a franchise business. It's a myth that franchisors are making money from royalty. Yes, long term, they're going to make money from royalty, but in the beginning of starting that franchise startup needs capital. So that franchisor needs access to money. So that's the first thing to do to help yourself move towards success in your franchise business. Once you're working with me, you're exploring the right franchisors. That's a pretty significant part of the equation, being partnered with the right people. Then I need you to be properly capitalized. The number one reason that businesses fail, businesses in general fail, is because owners run out of money. I don't want that to be you. So I want you to come to the table more than properly capitalized. You and I are going to work that out in a one-to-one conversation. The next thing we're going to do is make sure that you're asking all of the right questions before you say yes to your franchise, that you're validating the story with the franchisees who are already in the business. And then here's the key. The number one thing that determines your success in your business is your mindset. Your mindset that's created by a big, powerful vision. Why are you doing this? Why do you want to own a franchise business? And that vision that's motivated by your goals. What do you want to achieve through the business and in what time frame? And the more clearly you can spell out those goals, the easier it's going to be to even select the right franchise and the right franchisor partner. And then it's the attitude that you bring to your business. But your attitude can always be positive and always feel in control. If you want to own a business, you've got to own it. You've got to man up to when you're feeling that fear and find people who can help you push through it. But the best way to do that I've identified personally after 25 years of owning my own business, is to get clear in my mind about what I'm trying to accomplish through the business. It's about going back to the fundamentals of my business and breaking my goals down into daily bite-sized plans that I can come to work to execute, plans that help me come to work feeling in control of what I have to accomplish that day. Now, I know that what I'm saying to you is not what you want to hear. I totally get that as a business owner, we want to blame it on everything outside of ourselves. Nobody wants to own their business when it's not going right, but everybody wants to own it when it is going right. What I'm telling you is truth. Sadly, it's truth. It's truth that you have to own it when it's going right, and you have to own it when it's not going right. The difference between it going right and it not going right is your thoughts, your plans, your attitude, what you show up to do every single day. A franchise system is so abundant with support. It's crazy when franchisees feel like they're alone or feel like they don't know who to ask a question to. Like, that's crazy. And ultimately, if you've worked with me, you have me to fall back on. So you do not have to feel alone no matter what, because you can always come back to the Daily Coach. If I'm the first person that you remember to reach out and ask help to, I'm honored to be that person. I want to be that person. What I'm trying to say here is that most of the time, failure in a franchise is created by franchisees. Businesses don't fail, owners do. Look, I've been a business owner for many, many years, and there are times when my business gets off track. But it doesn't get off track for too long anymore because I know exactly what I need to go back to in order to get my results right back on track. And what I go back to are the fundamentals of my business, which I was trained on 20 years ago by Fran Choice. What I go back to is my goals. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? What is my purpose? Reminding myself that I'm not here to get something. I'm here to give something. That to the extent that I sow seeds that inspire other people and help other people achieve what they want, then I will get what I want. But that is truth for every business owner. Your business solves a problem for a customer. And to the extent that you are able to offer value to that customer, then you will reap the reward that you're looking for. We sow seeds and we reap reward. You become the business owner worthy of that $1 million business because you offer $1 million worth of value in your community. And then you look back and say, wow, I have $1 million business. When you came to this video, I'm sure you were hoping that I was going to give you that magical secret, that one simple thing, that if you know this, you will never fail. And I hope that you see that it is a magical secret. It's something that every single business owner possesses, can control, and ultimately has to own. And that one thing, it's your mindset. It's how you think about your business. It's what you show up to do every day. It's why you show up to do it. And when you are clear in your mindset, and that mindset is motivated by your own internal drive and your own powerful why, and you're able to share that with your employees and with your customers, then you will have the business of your dreams. You will never find circumstances outside of yourself, like the economy or a pandemic or a presidential election or a recession, ever influencing what your business is doing. This is the life that I want for you. This is the life that I know that you want for you. And I want you to believe that it is possible. If I can play a role in helping you to get on the path to owning this business that will help you live the life of your dreams, and I can play a role in teaching you what I've learned in 25 years of business ownership that has enabled me to continue to grow no matter what the circumstances are around me, then I want to be your daily coach. Please email me right now.